Good afternoon, Head Injury Jane here. I wanted to come on real quick and talk about a couple of things. I actually started a video yesterday and was interrupted with a phone call and didn't finish it. I'm not exactly sure all of what I was rambling on about, but I may connect the two, but I don't know if I will. In either case, I was coming on today to talk about a couple of things that are kind of bothering me. One of the things that I've been noticing in the last few days is the street address where I reside. I've resided at this location for a number of years, and I'm confusing the street numbers. My mind is confusing the street numbers. And it's kind of driving me crazy. Of course, it's like I've long stated, like I've been stating. My mind feels like it's slipping. I have been having problems sleeping recently. That's kind of driving me a little bit crazy. Also having nightmares. Now, I think the nightmares are associated with just my whole lifelong stuff. I don't think it has. I don't know if the head injury makes it worse. It's hard for me to tell. I don't know if anyone could actually tell you that. I imagine if I went to a psychiatrist or, I am seeing a great therapist, to break down the dreams, to go into them. I don't know. But it's probably not much to do with the head injury. But I think the head injury is keeping me from sleeping. I think. I don't know. I've long been an insomniac, but the last couple of weeks, I've just been kind of going through some terrible sleep patterns. But in either case, this confusing the street address or the numerical part of the street address is really bothering me because it's not something that I would ever do. Like ever. Like, how fundamentally basic is that number? It's only 4 numbers. And I know that's the head injury. And, it's like I've been saying, I feel like I'm sliding, right? And not in the right direction. I do have a lead on a new physician, a new facility that I feel like I could trust. In my Brain Injury Alliance representative, she's, I was accepted into the Brain Injury Alliance group, and they help you with stuff, and she's been amazing. She's been a great help for me, and she's also going to be looking to help find me the reminder. Like almost every hour on the hour, there are reminders going off on my phone. It drives me a little crazy. Anyway, she's going to help me find a new physician. I don't know if there's anything I can do to recover the memory. I don't know if I'm sliding into a direction that I'm not going to be able to come back from. And that bothers me a lot. At the end of the day. Right now I don't feel emotional about it at all. I feel very factual about it. I don't know, like I've been doing things to practice my memory. I was having problems pronouncing a word today, and told my friend, he was looking at me and getting ready to say it. I was like, no, don't say it. I've got to pull this myself, So, but the word was multiplication, and I was having problems saying multiplication. It took me a few times to get it out. I was like, and I couldn't, my brain, but, I don't want someone to tell me the word. I want to process. I want my brain to figure it out. I don't want to stop and go, I just can't do it. My goal is to push the brain, to make the brain work. So, I am working on that. My sleep I have, around 5 hours of sleep, not much sleep right now. The thing that bothers me is I was watching a documentary and I was dozing off, and I actually have to allow myself to doze off to the television, documentaries generally. Um, Now, I never would do that before the head injury. I would never go to sleep with the television on or need it to lull me to sleep. But I've been doing that for the last probably like 8 months or so. You try to find new ways to adapt. And so going to sleep with the television on or watching documentaries on the laptop has been helpful. So last night I was watching a documentary on the laptop, and it probably took me and I started dozing off. When you wake up and you hear words and you're like, oh, I'm going to sleep. It's time to turn everything down. So to turn off the laptop, turn off the lamp, and turn on the fan is probably just 2 minutes. Not even that, really. I mean, once you turn off the laptop, you have to shut your applications. And so probably not even total 2 minutes. Do not leave the bed to do that. All that is within arm's reach of this bed. So I don't have to like activate the mind. It's not like I'm waking the mind up to say, oh, I have to take care of this. But apparently that's what I did. Laid back down, thought I was going to slumber off. I think I went into maybe a 5-minute slumber. I don't know. All of a sudden I started tossing and turning and actually felt the insomnia that part of the insomnia that I don't like. And that's with me taking, melatonin, valerian root, and Benadryl to sleep. So it was in me for hours and hours and hours, and should at least put in the beginning, it should lull me into a sleep where I can go to sleep. But for some reason last night, my mind was just rolling. And I don't know why. Well, my mind wasn't rolling. I was sleepy. I went to sleep, turned everything off, and then just started tossing and turning. And I think I tossed and turned for about 20 minutes because I remember I dozed off, and then I woke back up and I tossed and turned a few times. And then after tossing and turning a few times, I was like, okay, let me see what time it is. Now, I know as an insomniac for at least almost 20 years now, after my sister and nephew were killed, I became an insomniac after they were killed. I know I've learned all these lessons, you research everything, and I've learned that you're not supposed to look at a clock. You're not supposed to engage that part of the mind, so then it causes more stress and you can't go to sleep. So I was like, but last night I was like, at first I thought, have I been asleep for a few hours and now I'm awake? Like I couldn't gauge how much time had passed. So I thought maybe I'd actually gone to sleep and it was later than what I thought. It was 12:18 and I shut off everything. I think, I don't know. I'd have to look at because I kind of looked, I forget what time it was, but let me see. I could tell you what time it was. Let me, real quick, this won't take me long. I'll be able to gauge based on this. Boom. 11:40. So I must have tossed and turned and actually went to sleep for a few minutes. And then woke back up and tossed and turned but I couldn't gauge, like my mind, I had no idea. And I didn't think that I had rested at all. I must have rested for a few minutes, like maybe 20 minutes, because I know I tossed and turned for a little while before I decided to look at the time because I couldn't gauge, I was like, something's not right. But then I got back to sleep and then I woke up like, I don't know, 5 o'clock. I was like, why am I not sleeping now? And I've been waking up from nightmares. I'm having nightmares. I woke up from a nightmare at 2 a.m. the other morning. I'd only been asleep for a few hours. And I'm having some weird nightmares. And, like one of them that woke me up was this giant spider jumping on my arm. And in the dream I was screaming, get it off. Like I was freaking out. But it seems like in the last few weeks, it's been really intense nightmares that are waking me up from my sleep. And then I'm having difficulty going back to sleep. No matter that I have so many milligrams of Benadryl, so many milligrams of melatonin, and so many milligrams of valerian root. And I'm taking kind of like, not the max dosage of Benadryl, because I think you can take like really high doses of Benadryl, but taking 75 milligrams of Benadryl, 10 milligrams of melatonin, and 1,000 milligrams of valerian root. Hours and hours and hours before my mind even shuts down. And then I'm waking up. like an hour, 2 hours, 4 hours after I go to sleep. There's no way I should be waking up at the, just that a little bit of rest. But my mind just, it's like I've said for a while, it's like I'm haunted from the inside. So like I'm not, my brain, my soul does not give me reprieve even when I sleep. It's like, wake, there's this trauma. It's kind of uh unfortunate, really. Okay, well, that's all. I want to come on and talk about the losing sleep, and then I guess I don't have to worry about sleep apnea because I'm not sleeping probably long enough to get to that point. And the confusing the house numbers, that bothers me. And it's the brain, right, locking down in the going, oh wait, it's like the brain just gets four numbers that I've been here for. This is not a new address to me at all, not even close. That's not relative language, that's fact. So it's just, I don't like that my brain, I'm not crying about it, I'm not freaking out, I'm not getting emotional, but I mean, there is this sense of, I don't like that, because that's like a weird fundamental thing. But I even do that sometimes with my phone number, but that's different. The phone number is different. You don't say your phone number a lot out loud. But the address, that's, to me, that's something that's like a part of your, I don't know. Okay, that's all I want to say. Head Injury Jane here. I hope that you all are doing fantastic. Take great care and be safe. Watch your heads. Have a great day.